Hi, I'm Kevin Falvey, editor-in-chief of Boating Magazine, and I'm here today with Jean-Philippe Martin-Dubois, who is customer experience and marketing director for Princecraft Boats. JP, welcome to Boating Roundtable.
Thank you.
What are we going to talk about today? We have this new Max thing that you've hinted at and talked about. We're very excited to hear about it. Tell us what Max means.
Yes, so since we saw in the numbers and everything, there's a lot of new boaters out there. So we came out with this idea of Max. So Max feature, it's not just a model, it's 3 model actually in the fish boat, but it's really based on having a max feature as possible for one price. It's a one package, so you don't have to decide which option you need or what engines. There's some limited option that you can buy, but it's a full package. So we have the Sports 172 Max, we have the Holiday 162 DLX, windshield or side console version that are also available. So these models are coming with an engine, the trailer, you have the trailer cover, bow cushion, radio. It's really a way to make sure it's easy for the new buyers.
I was going to say the word easy was coming to mind. Less decisions, they can focus on the boat.
It's always hard for new boaters to jump into the market, go to a dealer and say, okay, so the list of options is so long that you're looking at this and you're confused. So these models are based on the most popular thing that are coming out from these models, because these models exist without being called Max, but these specific model now come fully equipped. They have a different look as well, so making sure they are unique. So yeah, that's a great.
What looks different? Tell us something that looks different about them.
Different decals, the dashes are different colors. Even the 172 has a two-tone red and black color exterior, so unique for these models. So this is just to make sure they have something unique, so you recognize them pretty easily.
That's great. That's great. And this is just for the fishing boats?
3 fishing boats, yes.
Okay, and what are those models?
As mentioned, there's the Sports 172 Max, so it's a 17-foot boat, and you have 2 other, which is the same boat, the Holiday 162 DLX, and you have the windshield version or side console. These are 16-foot boats, so really easy to tow with small SUVs, small to play around and launch, because we know you usually don't come in the business with a 22-footer at the beginning. You start with smaller units. So these are great models for starting into fishing industry, in the fishing market.
And suppose if I came in and I want one of those boats and I can, but I want a specific option that's not part of the package, I can still get it if I want to add it on?
Actually, the 172 Max, it's coming with a 90 horsepower, but you could at least upgrade the engine if you want. And there's some options available. Let's say for sonar, we have little packages for these, but otherwise the dealer could install something else after the fact if you want. But still, the 172 Max is one model. There is the Sports 172 regular that has a long list of options. So based on your needs, you might switch to the other one. But keep in mind, the 172 Max has not a better price, a smaller price. We have looked at everything in these boats to make sure we have decreased the price as much as possible to make sure it's easy for new buyers to come into the market, because fishing was really popular this year. We know it's a great way to do social distancing, right?
That's correct. Yeah, and we've seen quite an increase in boat purchases, and a lot of those boat purchases have been by brand new boaters, fishermen in particular, and that sounds like a great deal for them.
Yep.
What else has Princecraft got going on?
What else? A lot of things, but one other thing that we've done is in the Pontoon series, the Vogue. Vogue is our premium or high-end series. A lot of requests for this actually, because we know that people that are on cruiser look at the pontoon more and more often now, because you could put up to a 450 behind a 27-footer, 300 behind a 25-footer, things like that. So they are fully equipped with you could get some heads and everything. So the Vogue series have been totally revisited, new console, more like the car industry with some vinyl and pipings on the tops, gauges, no more gauges. It's now touchscreen screen. Yeah. Yeah, and we have even shift the side in the console, so you look more like in a car. Really big thing around this. New
These
models.
are Mercury, right? It's the Mercury vessel view screens. Is that
Well,
correct?
the Simrad, so it's the same thing, yeah.
Excellent.
And we have redesigned the Vogue XT. Really, what's fun about the pontoon is really enjoying your rear platform, right? Being in
Yes.
the water, things like that. You cruise around, so a lot of space, but you want to make sure it's fun to access the back. And the XT version, really what we've done is amazing. We could totally open the back with all the stainless railings that we have that close it, but you could just open everything. And this is really, really something that we're really happy, and we think we did a great job with that. We have revisited even the furniture to look more like a wake boat. It looked more younger. You don't look at this grandpa boat anymore, right? Cup holders integrated, SUB plugs everywhere, LEDs. I mean, really, we have stepped up into these models. So when you go for a 25-footer Vogue 25 XT with a wakeboard tower and everything, you're starting to have a decent package.
That's right. I bet you are. I bet you are. Tell us a little bit briefly about Princecraft's pontoon construction. I've been up to Princeville. It's a beautiful part of the world. It's ruggedly beautiful. And you build your boats accordingly. So maybe you could share a little bit of that for people who don't know.
Well, Princecraft is based in Princeville, Quebec, in Canada. So really up north since 1954. So 65 years already. We've built pontoons since 85. We always build our pontoon based on our weather. So keep in mind, that's why you're going to look at a Princecraft boat, for instance, all the snaps are installed at the plant. So you have snaps everywhere on the boat. People are not sure why, but around here, you need a full camper top. So with a full camper top, you're going to extend your time. But at least what we've done is we install all the snaps. So if, let's say you buy a mooring cover and you want a few years after buy a full camper, half camper, whatever, we use patterns. So it's already set. You don't have to reinstall any snaps. It's already been taken care of. And even 10 years after, you could order and get the part that fits right there. H36 aluminum, we could be in details with that, but it's a special alloy that we use. On the market, you're going to find H32 at max and 34, and we use H36. Really what it is, it's a stage in the aluminum that is harder. On impact, it's going to be harder. It could be really technical if I go there, but it's really an advantage here. But keep in mind that I know some people in the US think that we are cruising around iceberg, which is not the case, but at least it is.
It's not iceberg at all. It's a beautiful part of the country, beautiful part of the world, I should say. And yeah. Yep.
A lot of lakes, a lot of north, and let's just one thing that I was pointing out to somebody else a few weeks ago was asking why we're not painting the bottom of our boats. It's pretty unique at Princecraft because you're looking at all the aluminum other brand and you're going to see that it's painted. But the reason why is in Canada you're going to find a lot of roads that are on gravel, so there's no way for you to or it's really an issue if you're painting the bottom because you're going to receive gravel and everything. So your boat will just be damaged for nothing. We have galvanized trailer. Why? Because it's going to rust. It's going to receive gravel and the paint will come off. So really our boats are really built tough for our, I would say our environment. But if they are good enough for here, they're probably more than enough for US.
We've talked about Max. That's great innovation, kind of all-in-one easy shopping for beginners. We've talked about the Vogue Series, adding luxury and excitement to pontoons. Is there anything else that you'd like to discuss about Princecraft before we end this segment?
Well, the deck boat. Let's talk a bit about that because they are a niche product for sure. Since the pontoon is increasing, and people, you look 10 years ago, and now pontoon have been really in demand. But the deck boat is really something that you should look at Princecraft. We this year came out with a new special edition colors, metallic flake paints and everything. They look more like our Fishbowl Platinum series. So we gave them a little, I would say, new color option because there's a gray and a white and there's also this color. But really these boats are fantastic and we've sold a lot in US and back in the days. And these boats are awesome for being on the lake. They are tanks. They could be for pleasure, cruising and also fishing. There's different model, two size. And really, you should look at these models because they are really unique. And for a 22-footer, you go to fiberglass, it's going to be up to 30% much. The weight will be 30% higher than what we will have. So you need a smaller engine to push them on the water. It's easier to tow. And it's like a pontoon. Keep in mind, that's the idea of a deck boat, right? It's a pontoon interior with a boat hull, but at least you still have this driving experience of a boat with this layout of pontoon. So really, the deck boat at Princecraft are something that you talk to a buyer from a deck boat. After the first one, he want a second one, third one. They are sold to these models after that.
That sounds wonderful, JP. So we have deck boats. We have the new Vogue and upgraded Vogue Series pontoons, the high-end pontoons. And we have the Max series of boats, which are made to be easy to buy for entry-level and beginning boaters. Some exciting news coming out of Princecraft. JP, thanks for joining us today. Folks, look for links in the comments section below to princecraft.com and for more information about these boats. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Boating Roundtable.